Taurus, hi. Oh, I'm so excited to talk with you all. You know how much I love you and appreciate you. And I have kind of a softer note today for the Taurus fam. Softer energy. It's partially because Uranus is going retrograde. I mean, it's been retrograde, right? He's been visiting you guys for a little while, going back into Aries this month, which gives you a little bit of a breath to integrate before Uranus starts going direct again in 2019 and comes back to meet you and then to really go forward into some new territories. So that's the first thing I have to say is that you're getting a moment. Not only that, but we are in Scorpio season for a good chunk of November. And that is what I always say is mirror season. You know, when the sun and a lot of other energy is in your opposite sign like that, you're getting a chance to reflect at the other end of the spectrum, right? And, you know, we just came out of your full moon at the end of October, and we're heading into the last part of the Venus retrograde, your ruling planet, retrograde until November 16th. So you've got some things working with you this month, Taurus, that started in October to some extent and are continuing to move in through November. And let me look at the note and just kind of read it to you while I'm shuffling here. Take a breath. Readjustment. Realignment needs to happen after a time of shakeup and shakiness. And I think and that's the note. That's the note. I am a big proponent of loving on retrogrades. 6 of Wands. Okay, Taurus, I like that, right? You've graduated to a new level. And I think that's what I mean by readjustment and reintegration and realignment, right? Sometimes graduations leave us with a moment after it's that culmination and that feeling after the culmination that what have I just done? You know, what have I just created? What has just shifted for me? What is different? What do I do with this now? So having your ruling planet retrograde helps with that. When she goes direct on November 16th, by the way, that same day, Mercury goes retrograde in Sagittarius, which is your 8th house, right? Yeah. King of Wands, 3 of Pentacles. Nice. I'm like second guessing everything right now. Yes, it's your 8th house of transformation, right? Mercury retrograde in your 8th house, transformation. And the sun will be moving over there near the end of the month as well. We have a lot of energy here that is here to serve you in just giving you a breath to make some plans, right? Now, the energy that we have showing up in the cards is quite externalized, actually. So it's interesting that I'm saying that. 3 of Wands, 5 of Wands. You have a lot of fire energy here. You have a lot of fire energy here, Taurus. So one thing I will say is it looks like you're going to be using a lot of external energy this month, doing a lot, building a lot, creating a lot, making a lot of meetings, talking to a lot of people. The Fool, I love it. I love it. Dabbling in a lot of projects, you know, using your energy. When I see that much Wands action, what I'm basically seeing is you guys going from here to there to here to there to here to there, feeling like you're wearing a lot of hats, feeling like you're shifting from one thing to the other all the time. Wow. Chariot and Empress. That is beautiful. The other thing I wanted to mention is the north node of the moon is moving out of Leo and going into Cancer, which is going to flow a little bit easier with you. It's a really beautiful shift, and it's taking place near the beginning of the month. On the 6th, actually the same day that Uranus is going back into Aries, the north node of the moon is going to be going into Cancer. That is directing our energy to this softer, more intuitive, internalized space. And I think it's going to be a nice breath of fresh air. It's also cardinal energy, so it's initiating energy, it's focused energy. It takes its time and homes in on what needs to happen next. So let's talk about all these energies. There's so much going on in the sky. I mean, you have a new moon in your opposite sign, right? On the 7th, I believe. Yeah, the new moon in Scorpio is on the 7th. And I would say take this first week or two of the month with your ruling planet retrograde, with this beautiful new moon in your opposite sign, with these shifts that are taking place, including Jupiter moving into Sagittarius on the 8th. There's so much happening. I really can't get to it all in these readings. Take some time, especially when I'm seeing all this externalized energy for you. If you can make those pockets of times to check in with yourself and realign and readjust and do those little chiropractic soul check-ins, please do it. All the energy here, Taurus, I have to tell you, is beautiful. And I think it's because you've done a lot of your work and you have graduated to this next level and you are now in a new position and you are learning how to integrate it all, but you're also still having to show up for it, right? So triumph, right? This is heading into the next chapter. And, a lot of times when I see Six of Wands, it's that moment where some kind of battle, some kind of difficulty, some kind of chapter that felt a little bit more embattled is behind you. You can look back in the rearview mirror and see it and say, oh yeah, I did all that and now I'm here. I'm clear of it. I'm just looking forward into the next thing. It's very forward focused energy. And one of the things I am noticing with the energy showing up for you here is it's all focused energy on where you want to take this next. Where you want to be in spring or, in like March, April of 2019, right before your birthday. I don't know why that's just coming up through me right now, but March and April of 2019, you're going to be thinking about what you want to be building in the next 6 months before your birthday starts. And you're going to be reflecting about that. Once again, when we have all that energy in your opposite sign, this is about relationships, this is about partnerships, this is about who is close to you and how you relate to other people. And for some reason, though, I'm getting this really strong hit of it also being about who you want to be moving forward. That's where the Six of Wands is taking me. Now, you might have a King of Wands in your life. I know one Taurus who definitely has a King of Wands. Actually know a couple of Tauruses who definitely have a King of Wands character in their lives. Also, though, this focus forward driven energy, right? The King of Wands wants to look at the plan and take action, make it happen, focus on the future vision, focus on the future goals. This is very visualized planning energy going on here. So there's something going on with you guys making some kind of long-term plan, long-term vision. And this is a great time to do, some of those more fun kind of creative collages and journaling and vision board kind of things that you want to do, because that's the energy that's around you. And this is part of the gift of retrogrades, because they help us to just take a moment to pause and assess and just be like, what would I want that vision board to look like? What would I want that magic wand that I wave to bring me in the next 6 months if I really was going to ask for it? The other thing I'm really seeing here for you is a lot of cooperative energies, right? You have 2 threes, 2 of the best 3s you can get, my loves. 3 of Pentacles and 3 of Wands. These are also visionary, right? These are such visionary energies. I mean, this is one of those months where it's like you can kind of get a glimpse of where the next 6 months to a year are going to take you and where you want it to take you and how you want it to flow into your life, right? These are visionary energies that are, one, about who you're working with and who you want to build with and who you want to create with, who you want to bring along on this journey with you. And it's also the visionary energy of you thinking about how that's going to happen. The 3 of Wands, I love to tell this story because I just love the energy of it, is the merchant who is watching ships he sent out months and years ago come back into harbor after their long journeys. And he is just standing in that moment where they haven't quite put their anchors down. But he knows that they're about to show up and that the next stage is going to happen from there, right? There is this sense, this is kind of what I feel, Taurus, you will be feeling like this month, is this sense that you are the merchant standing there and you're looking at these ships coming in and you're thinking about what you want to do with those ships, what you want to build with those ships, the cargo in those ships, what you want to do next with it. Okay, you've made it this far. You've done all this. What now? What now? So all these energies are just big vision, big vision, big vision, big. This is not about little petty day-to-day things whatsoever. It's so much more than that. And most of the energy for your reading today is about the bigger vision. So if you feel frustrated by the day-to-day, which is showing up here in this Five of Wands, or you're feeling a little frustrated even by where things are currently in November, take a breath, because what you're really supposed to be focusing on is this bigger vision. Seeds you plant now will spring forth beautifully in March and April. So this is one of those times where those seeds are going to be extra blessed for you because you are in your opposite sign energy, because you are in this mirror energy, because we have so much magic and so much revolution and so much shift going on. This is a great time to plant very intentional seeds of this big vision I'm seeing for you that will bloom really beautifully in 6 months. So Five of Wands is here though. And this is something that shows up a lot during Venus, Mercury retrograde kind of energy. It muffles the communication channels a little bit. It can make you feel a little irritable, a little frustrated, a little misunderstood, a little bit ready to just like get in there and get your like horns locked in. You have a stubborn side and you have a side of you that, you have all this visionary energy. So you see how you want things to go. And you're like, I'm getting my downloads. I know how I want this to go. And everybody else needs to be on board with me. With the energies the way that they are right now, that may not always be the case. People may be going through their own process of where they're ready and what they're ready for and how they're going to do that. So if you notice that you're getting into a little bit of the butting heads with people, don't take it too seriously. With the Five of Wands, it is a conflict card, admittedly. It's a bit of a tussling card. It's like fighting it out, duking it out. But it's not the most intense, serious fight. It is a fight though, right? And so there's a little bit of a battle going on here. So you might have some other strong personalities. I know you're a fixed sign. I know you have your ideas about how you want to move through the world. And apparently there are other people. I mean, you do have this King of Wands. That's a stubborn energy as well. And the stubborn energy can really get locked in. So, keep that in mind. If you do get into a little bit of a fight or you do disagree with somebody profoundly about something, let it ride, let it come and go. It's a wave, it's going away, because really that's a pretty minor energy compared to everything else in this reading, including the last three cards, which are all major arcana and are all power players. Huge power players. The Fool, the Chariot, and the Empress. Are you kidding me, you guys? Hello, Taurus. I want to be on your team this month, as long as I'm not in that Five of Wands. Look at this, though. Visionary again. Visionary again. As we hit into Sagittarius season, we are starting to play with new energies, right? Jupiter's now in Sagittarius. The energy is going to start consistently moving into the fire energy, right? By the way, Mars is also going into Pisces in the middle of the month. And I have to say, that works pretty well for you Taurians, because it's, water energy, you can roll with it. However, Mars is not comfortable in Pisces at all, and will feel a little aggravated and a little frustrated and a little anxious. So keep that in mind as well. The second half of this month, there's a bit of like tension in the air. People are kind of duking it out within themselves. However, you guys are coming clearer and clearer and clearer into the focus of who and what you want to be next, which is in these three cards. Keep looking out and ahead. Do not get caught up in any kind of petty stress this month. The Fool and the Chariot especially they do not concern themselves with what has happened in the past. They don't care. It's irrelevant to building something in the future. They just want to look ahead and have the hope and the buoyancy, right? This is about commitment. This is about committing to a path. This is about committing to some kind of creative venture. It is about committing to a lifestyle more than anything. It's like a lifestyle commitment. Once again, you're planting the seeds of it here in these retrogrades. In the deep, rich soil of Scorpio season, in the deep, rich soil of your ruling planet, retrograde, taking you through some deep, heavy stuff, so that you can come out into the sunlight and you can commit to this. You are digging in the midnight garden in a way at the beginning of the month, but you are doing it so that you have some amazing fruits to pluck. And it will mean that you have to consistently show up to this energy from here on out, Taurus. It's brave. This is very brave energy. It's extremely brave to embody Fool energy, especially. We are trained to shut down our Fool impulses very young in our lives. We are taught to shut it down and stay stuck. But the Fool embodies deep trust in the universe, deep trust in the playfulness of life. And that is where you are being directed over and over and over and over and over and over again. Even probably in this conflict, you're being directed to the playfulness of life, to the creative co-creation of life. You are being redirected to the joy and the buoyancy and the ease that can come for you. And the thing is, you finish this out with the Empress. Here you are. Hi, Taurus. Here you are in all your glory. Empowered, strong, clear. I always say with you guys are such great observers. People don't even realize the number of things that you notice. You're very good at just sitting. You have a lay of your land. You know where you are. It's not that complicated, right? I think sometimes you can come up with excuses as to why you're not allowed to have the next thing, or why you're not allowed to do it, why you have to keep sacrificing to these other things, or why you're not allowed to push forward into the world. But the Empress is telling me, Taurus, you know you're allowed to have this. You're allowed to create this. You know it. And it's time to embody it. It's time to start practicing now. What you start to practice in this month will gain momentum, month after month, week after week. And it will take you somewhere very big. It is leading you directly to your next life. We have energetic lives within this one lifetime. And each of them has their own character, their own flair, their own emphases. This one is about creativity and joy. It is about flow. It is about hope. It is rich. It is a very rich life that is being called for you here. And it's time to say yes. But it's a practice. I think sometimes we think, I'll just say yes to this next version of myself, and then it's done. Like sitting and doing a new moon ritual, and then you're done. When in fact, to become all this, it's a practice that we keep investing in for a number of months or weeks and sometimes years. And eventually we are that thing. We are that iteration. And you are being invited. You're inviting yourself. You have all the information. You already know the answers. You have all the information. You already have the answers. That's all I have to say about that. I think it's pretty clear that you guys have a lot of power and magic on your side this month. Be patient. Think clearly. Have fun journaling. Have fun writing out lists. Have fun connecting with other people as well. I think this is a great month for having deep conversations with people you love, figuring out new ways of doing things, working together with people on projects, even asking for help. I know you guys, you like to just take it all on your shoulders and take care of it yourself. This might be a really good month to ask for help. And how much joy can come from connecting and helping each other. There's a lot of joy in that. And there's a lot of invitation to that as well. You are not meant to carry this alone on your shoulders. That's the other thing I will say. Yes, you are becoming this person, and yes, you are responsible for your own thoughts and actions, but you're not expected to just hold this on your shoulder and become this isolated being. You are also stepping into an era and time when you have other people to help you along with this journey that really get your mission in life. Now, some of you already have these people with you. This is a time to deepen those connections. I'm going to leave it at that. That is just sweet, simple, and I'm just loving this energy for you guys. So who knew that readjustment could be so pleasant and so hopeful and so buoyant? But it is. It is a soft month for you guys. It is a gentle month. It is the information may start a little quiet, right? A little under the surface, but as it moves forward through time this month, it will get clearer and crisper and crisper and crisper and crisper, and you'll know. You'll know when you know, and you'll know what I mean when it's happening. Okay, I love you guys. Follow me on Instagram at the SARAHTAROT. I would love to see you guys over there. I'm, of course, wearing PinkLune's gorgeous jewelry. I will leave her Etsy shop below, and she's just making some beautiful stuff, so check it out. I hope you do. Hi, Tiffany. Also, I will leave my website and my email below. I do private sessions and booking for 2019 sessions, so plan ahead a little bit and we can definitely work together. I will also leave all the Venus retrograde info. I did a toolkit series of videos for every sign on Vimeo, and I also have an overarching Venus retrograde video as well. So if you're getting into November, it's still going on. It's a pretty intense transit, and you're wondering what's going on. Those could be really helpful for you, so check those out if you are needing a little more guidance. And I will see you all in December for more of this journey. It is wild. And I love you all so very much. Thank you for being here with me on this journey. It means the world to me.